yacht life?
No.
No.
No. But you can choose 3 things about you and about your personality or your qualities or your traits that you're not allowed to reject the next time someone gives you a compliment.
Yeah, so go give it a go. If, like me and Etai, well, if you're like us, you probably will forget about it in 6 months' time, but choose
6
3
days.
qualities that you think, okay, I got this, or I'm kind of proud of these things and people compliment me on them, but I always beat them off and pretend like, I'm not good at singing, or I'm not good at dancing, or I'm not smart or funny. So choose 3 qualities, write them down, tell them to your friends, and make it known that if ever someone gives you a compliment about that quality, you are not to dismiss it or put it down. You just sit there and say thank you.
Yes, and you can't choose something that like no one ever compliments you about because no one knows about. So you can't choose like, oh, I have a really special method of how to like fold my underwear, which I have personally. But it's not one of my 3 things because no one ever sees that except for, a roommate or a lover that will open my drawer and see that and compliment me about it. But you need to choose something that actually people compliment you and things that, and as Karen said, you're not allowed to reject. You have to say, thank you. And
give it a go.
It feels really nice.
It feels really hard and disappointing in my experience.
And if you need help with finding those things, this is where your natal chart can come handy. So if you're a Leo, you probably take really good selfies. If you're a Cancerian, people might compliment you on the way they feel when they come into your house and you have always snacks on the table and everything's so inviting. If you're a Libra, people might compliment you on your small talk skills or, the way you always find tickets to the best shows.
Or your mysterious Instagram ways.
Oh, so all of this. The next thing you can use is this beautiful sentence that we learned from our Leo friend. Karen, take it away.
Take it away. I'm not taking anything away, but I will explain it. Yeah, this friend mentioned, so whenever I was saying anything self-deprecating about myself, my friend would go to me, don't speak that way about my friend. And so she kind of shames you into feeling really bad about feeling bad about yourself. It's this weird, vicious psychological thing that she's doing, which is really confusing, but really effective. So you might want to give that a go as well if you're, if you're out there wondering, when did this podcast turn into a self-help kind of podcast? I don't know, but it has, so we're just going to go with it.
We're trying to help ourselves as well. But
yeah, I'm just focusing on my own healing, so whatever.
When we were planning this episode, we said that it's going to be weird to have like a positive episode.
Yeah, I like it. It's different.
I wonder if people feel like it's a positive episode or not.
I feel a bit violated personally, but I'm going to go with it. Now, back to the method. So again, all you do is if you notice your friend or someone you love talking smack about themselves and you're like, hey, that's not cool, just say to your friend, don't talk that way about my friend.
I find it a bit difficult when people talk about me in third person when I'm in the room, but I think it's definitely linked to an experience I had in the past when I was when I couldn't sleep in high school and I was going to the school psychologist and she tried to help me. She didn't succeed because I still can't sleep, but she was talking about me in third person and I was like, I'm right here.
You're like Etai is right here.
Etai is right in front of you, so fuck off.
I think that's called resistance in psychology. But anyway, back to the positive podcast that we've planned. Are there any other famous celebs or other people that we can learn from about success during this exalted Mars time?
For sure. So this time is also a great time to treat yourself. If anyone watched Parks and Recreation, if you didn't, you definitely should. Then there's 2 characters there, Donna and Tom Haverford, or Tommy H.
This is like last podcast when you referred to Matthew McConaughey as Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey. I don't know. Anyway, Donna is definitely an Aries because she's so impatient. And
she's large and in charge and just gorgeous.
Yeah, and she's a go-getter. And Tommy is definitely either a Libra or a Gemini. Full of ideas, full of creative ideas, loves his style. He comes to work, he never works. He always sits in the office and like working on his own business. Yeah, a social butterfly, one would say. Anyway, they have a tradition once a year to do a treat yourself day. And they just celebrate themselves as embracing your success or embracing your, being proud of who you are. There has to be an element of treating yourself.
Yeah, so treat yourself. How that works is you literally treat yourself to like all of the finer things in life. So cashmere and mimosas, that's, Donna's, the Parks and Rec character's favorite things. But for you, it might be getting your nails done, getting that frizzy perm if you're a Libran.
Exactly, getting a full Adidas tracksuit.
Buying a $5,000 Australian wood table if you're a Taurus person with a house. Everyone's got different things, but treat yourself. And don't take no for an answer.
And don't treat yourself in a way that you think you should. So I know that if I try to manipulate my mind, I would be like, I'll just make a bath and put like a Bjork album and light some candles. But I know that really all I want to do is go out and buy drinks to my friends. And that makes me feel like I'm treating myself, So look for those things that are actually truly touch your soul, truly make you feel happy, and treat yourself.
And it might be worth noting that treat yourself, whilst it should be a national holiday, is not yet recognised in Australia or any other country as an official day off. So you will probably need to get a doctor's certificate if you're going to call in sick. But still, I reckon you should do it. And maybe like, hashtag treat yourself, hashtag yacht life, hashtag living my best life. Just make sure you're not followed on social media by anyone at work, but definitely not a day to be at work when you're treating yourself.
Definitely. So this episode kind of reminds me of the bookshelf that I had in my house growing up, because it had 10 shelves of this bookshelf for religious books, and one shelf was self-help books that my dad would buy my mom. Instead of just giving her a divorce, he would just buy her self-books like, you can improve your life. Or the monk who sold his Ferrari, all these books.
Who ate my cheese.
Who moved my cheese.
Yeah.
And one of them was a huge astrology book that I read as a kid. And that was, that sparked my love for astrology. So this episode is a little bit of that shelf, full of self-help books and one big astrology book. Even though, if I gave my parents a self-help book, it would just be a piece of paper that say, leave each other alone forever.
Yes.
At the end, they did, and now they're very, very happy.
Wow. See, it is a positive podcast after all, but I guess what we've been trying to impart during this episode, during this very special time where Mars is doing lots of things and, Etai is hating on people with asthma. Remember to celebrate your success. Don't be fooled by the rocks that you've got.
Flaunt it. If you got it, flaunt it.
Yeah, be happy because we've only got the present moment. I mean, we'll still be here next week and every week after that giving you insights and exploring everything in the astrological world and beyond. But we don't know what's around the corner. So live your best life, go on that yacht, treat yourself, and just have a roaring good time. And if you need a massage, I am now a qualified massage therapist, so address will be on the Instagram page. You can just rock up. No bookings necessary.
Thank you so much for tuning in
to a weird episode of
Astrology Roast.